You told me yesterday I talk too much when I'm afraid. The kitchen still smells faintly like burnt butter and sage. Your green toothbrush is missing from the glass beside the sink. A single drop of water hangs right on the copper brink. I found 3 stray strands of dark hair resting on my rug. Your empty coat hook stands right next to where mine is hung. The spare key you left sits flat inside the glass coin tray. I count every tiny detail you discarded along the way. You pointed at the stain upon the bedroom wall and called it art. Now every shadow in this quiet hallway tries to pull my chest apart. The grocery list you wrote in pencil sits folded by the stove. I replayed every single quiet line you said before you drove. You left 2 green apples rolling in the bottom drawer. Your favorite record cover rests face up upon the floor. You said yesterday that winter always stays a week too long. Now I am listening to the pipes hum their uneven song. The blue ceramic mug still has a crack right on the rim. The street light on the corner flickers once and then grows dim. A receipt from the corner market lists 2 bottles of tea. You underlined the total sum like it was meant for me. The heavy sofa cushion keeps the shape where you once leaned. I never noticed all the silent distance in between. That thing you said yesterday stays hanging in the hall. You claimed we were alright, but you meant nothing there at all. I slide the spare key in my pocket, turn off the kitchen light. Just small abandoned things left standing, watching to the night. That little silver lighter sits beside my phone. The polished chrome is catching shadow light alone. You left it right beside the half-filled paper cup. I flick the wheel and watch the tiny flame jump up. It smells like back porch smoke from Tuesday afternoon. I guess you didn't think you'd leave this house so soon. I trace the scratches on the metal side. There are so many secrets that we used to hide. Now the quiet room is getting way too wide. The flint still sparks a flash of amber in the dark, recalling how we turned a conversation to a mark. You packed your heavy coats but missed this tiny shell, leaving me to wonder if you made it through the spell. I closed the lid and let the heavy silence fall, and place your missing metal piece against the wall. Your jacket isn't hanging on the wooden hook. I turned the page on every single word you took. The kitchen counter holds the ghost of what we planned. I keep this cold steel pressed into my right hand palm. It feels like holding on to something almost real, before the early hours reveal the way I feel. I trace the scratches on the metal side. There are so many secrets that we used to hide. Now the quiet room is getting way too wide. The flint still sparks a flash of amber in the dark, recalling how we turned a conversation to a mark. You packed your heavy coat roads but missed this tiny shell, leaving me to wonder if you made it through the spell. I closed the lid and let the heavy silence fall, and place your missing metal piece against the wall. People say that moving on is just a choice you make. They don't see the little things that cause the heart to break. A simple piece of brass can hold 1,000 nights, standing alone under these flickering kitchen lights. The silver lighter sits right where you left it lie. I close my fingers tight and never ask you why. The room goes dark again, just me and what remains. A city bus air brake hisses down on 44th Street. The bass from a passing coupe bleeds through the floorboard. You're sitting on my sofa with your knees pulled tight, staring at a black screen that's been silent all night. You tell me that he swore it was a simple misunderstanding, but you're shaking hands, don't believe a word he said. You keep replaying every single line he texted you last July. I'm pouring tap water into 2 plastic cups, wishing I could lie. Turn off the screen before this silence gets too loud for long. He packed his winter coat while weeping wrecked your kitchen floor. Some people waste a year pretending every red flag was a green light, until that slamming door leaves broken hearts at midnight. You gave your youth away on someone trading truth for brass, so pour leftover whiskey down and smash the cheap glass. Remember back in March when you covered for his rent? He bought a silver chain with the money that you sent. You call yourself an idiot for missing what was clear, but lovers always blind themselves when danger's standing near. I'm just your oldest friend who hates to watch you take the fall, so let me order pizza while you blocking from it all. You keep replaying every single line he texted you last July. I'm pouring tap water into 2 plastic cups, but wishing I could lie. Turn off the screen before this silence gets too loud for long. He backed his winter coat while weeping wrecked your kitchen floor. Some people waste a year pretending every red flag was a green light, until that slamming door leaves broken hearts at midnight. You gave your youth away on someone trading truth for brass, so pour leftover whiskey down and smash the cheap glass. It isn't stupid that you trusted someone with your chest. You gave him all your honesty and gave the man your best. He's probably at the corner tavern acting like the victim now. We'll clean this living room tomorrow, let me show you how. Put the phone face down on the table, turn off the lamp and pull the blinds. Tomorrow morning comes whether you track his location or not. You're gonna make it through this night, my friend. Burnt vanilla hangs heavy in the hallway air. He stands against the cold apartment door, watching her brush out her dark unbraided hair, leaving tiny silver pins across the floor. Neither of them brings up who was right or wrong, just quiet breathing filling up the room. She zips a leather duffel bag in haste. He turns his head so she won't see his eyes. 2 years of quiet love turned into waste, drowned out beneath the dozen hollow lies. She steps out into midnight air without a backward glance, while he collects the shattered glass, where from their final chance their long shared history dissolves into the hardwood floor, and silence takes the quiet flat behind a closed front door. Her sweet jasmine scent stays trapped inside his sheets. He drives his dark sedan around the block, watching red tail lights fading down the empty streets, counting every tick upon the dashboard clock. His friends keep texting, asking where she went tonight. He leaves the screen dark, sitting in the drive. She sits inside a yellow cab, heading toward the coast, watching rainy city lights blur on the glass. He pours another drink to toast a ghost, waiting for the heavy hurt to pass. The sweet perfume grows faint as hours creeping by. 2 shadows part and settle in the chill. He turns off every single lamp inside and lets the dark apartment go dead still. Quiet dead airways down the room until I wonder if you still keep that photo. The clock ticks on the nightstand while the hallway light flickers low. I stare at the ceiling, tracing shadows off the Venetian blinds. A sudden heavy thought breaks the stillness, dragging me back through time. I hear the distant traffic down on 7th Avenue. Every passing brake light looks a little bit like you. We built a castle out of promises we couldn't keep. Now I lie awake while the whole city goes to sleep. You packed your leather jacket while rain hit the window pane, leaving behind a scattered trail of heavy silent pain. I watch red tail lights vanish down the wet asphalt street, knowing 2 broken lovers were never meant to meet. Now this quiet living room holds cold shadows of our past, proving that the sweetest summer night had gone too fast. The refrigerator hums a steady monotone in the dark corner. I slide my phone across the kitchen table, waiting for a ping that won't arrive. Your favorite mug rests dry beside the sink, fading in dim yellow light. I drop my keys into the glass dish and stare out at the night. I hear the distant traffic down on 7th Avenue. Every passing brake light looks a little bit like you. We built a castle out of promises we couldn't keep. Now I lie awake while the whole city goes to sleep. Packed your leather jacket while rain hit the window pane, leaving behind a scattered trail of heavy silent pain. I watch red tail lights vanish down the wet asphalt street, knowing 2 broken lovers were never meant to meet. Now this quiet living room holds cold shadows of our past, proving that the sweetest summer night had gone too fast. Maybe we burned out too fast, trying to catch a spark. Maybe we traded warm velvet for cold dark. I stand close to the glass with an iced drink in my hand, facing a bitter ending I will never understand. The digital clock flashes 3 past midnight in green. I pull the heavy blinds to hide the street lights on the scene. Your key rests on the counter, right next to my front door. We don't live inside this movie anymore. What happens to the words we swallowed back in October? I'm staring at the ceiling pattern, counting every line. My thumb keeps hovering over your screen name in the dark. If I call you right now, would you answer or just let it spin? The apartment smells like dry tea leaves and damp wood. I cannot tell if I miss you or if I am just afraid of silence. My thoughts run down a dead-end street at 3 in the morning, tracing dust outlines where your photo used to hang. Every second feels heavy, every breath takes conscious effort. I am stuck between erasing your digits and recalling your voice. You left your leather jacket draped across the kitchen chair. I drank the cold espresso sitting right beside the stair. The red clock on the stove is ticking quiet in my chest. I traded all our promises to keep a phantom blessed. And now I hold the heavy key to rooms where we once slept. Is it normal to remember how your breathing sounded that night? I walked past the late night diner where we used to share a meal. The neon sign flickered crimson over the wet pavement. I almost asked for 2 menus out of pure reflex before stopping. It is strange how a habit becomes a scar so fast. My thoughts run down a dead-end street at 3 in the morning, trees and dust outlines where your photo used to hang. Every second feels heavy, every breath takes conscious effort. I am stuck between erasing your digits and recalling your voice. You left your leather jacket draped across the kitchen chair. I drank the cold espresso sitting right beside the stair. The red clock on the stove is ticking quiet in my chest. I traded all our promises to keep a phantom blessed. And now I hold the heavy key to rooms where we once slept. Mine flows sideways like water through an unpatched crack. Maybe I was asking for an ocean when you had a cup. Maybe you got tired of dragging my weight up the hill. Now the floor is soaked through and I'm standing here barefoot. The desk lamp buzzes against the gray wall. I flip the phone face down on the nightstand. No message comes through to clear the room. Only the question hanging above the cold pillow. This heavy oak chair groans underneath me tonight. I am 29, looking back at your 21. You think holding a hand will fix the dark in your chest. You think staying up till 4 makes the feeling last forever. But kid, you are building a house out of dry leaves. I know how hard your heart beats when she walks in. You think losing her will kill you before the summer ends. I am sitting here alive, but I carry every single scar. Put down the phone before you say those bitter words in June. Save your young pride, because she packs her bags by Harvest Moon. The apartment key you hid under the mat will lose its place. Time moves forward while you learn to live with a quieter space. He used to buy 2 cups of dark roast at the corner store. You double lock the front door like it keeps the silence out. I watch you memorize the laughter like a final prayer. You do not know yet that love turns cold when you demand too much. I wish I could reach through the glass and grab your shaking hands, tell you that losing her is where your true self finally stands. You survive the silence, you survive the rain. The weight in this seat is just wisdom born from pain. Keep your jacket on, kid. Walk home alone tonight. You are going to be alright. Sickly amber neon stains the plastic booth. The guy beside me smells like old gin and truth. He slides a greasy menu near my folded hand. Asks why I'm sitting in a coat I never planned. I tell him someone packed her boxes while I slept and took the only promises she ever kept. He nods like he has walked this exact dark street. Spills a little sugar on the sticky seat. Says affection is a loan that the bank calls back and leaves you holding empty bags of faded black. She dropped the brass key inside a silver shoe, then ran toward a taxi cab before the sky turned blue. Now a stranger bought some coffee while I name mistakes, tracing circles and spilled cream with this heartbreak. He insists the early season is a long delay until somebody finally stops expecting love to stay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The clock above the kitchen buzzes loud and slow. He shows a faded photo from 10 years ago. A woman on a pier back in North Carolina. He says the hurt gets smaller, but it stays behind you. I check my screen again, but there is no missed call. Just shadows stretching long across the diner wall. We never exchanged names over these cheap white plates. Just 2 lost travelers trading heavy fates. He leaves a crumpled bill and stands up to depart, leaving wisdom on the counter for a ruined heart. The street lights fade outside. I wipe the glass where the steam tried to hide. One last sip of cold black brew. Walking on without a word from you. Rough wall from Nick cotton rubs against my wrist. The same thick weave you bought me back in Baltimore. I traced the loose threads hanging near the sleeve, and suddenly I'm back on your apartment floor. You had the radiator clinking on the east wall, telling me your mother always liked the rain. The smell of thrift store cedar never washed away. I pull the collar tight and pull the past right back. Every single fiber holds a word you used to say, and every quiet second puts us off the track. We pulled the backseat blanket tight against the autumn chill. You drew a circle on the glass and watched the city spill. I swore I'd never let the distance change the way we speak. Then October turned to winter and we didn't talk for weeks. Now I'm folding up a memory that doesn't fit the shelf, leaving half a dozen promises I couldn't keep myself. Coarse, heavy denim sitting on the velvet couch. You always said my jacket felt like armor on a dark night. I run my thumb along the brass button edge, flashback to the diner parking lot under the street light. You threw your keys into the grass and walked 3 miles because I mentioned moving north before the spring came. Material holds weight long after hands let go. I feel the friction of a summer 7 months behind. You leave your ghost inside the seams of everything I own, and I just rub the fabric till I lose my mind. Scratchy wool against my skin, where you end and I begin. I put the folded sweater in the trunk and let the memories sink down some. Digital 342 blinks twice on the cable box. I count the static poses on the wall. 10 years from now you will live in another city, sorting through mail in a hallway, quiet and tall. You will leave your house keys right beside the doorway and never hear my name come up at all. I try to picture how you brush your hair back when I am just a ghost you used to know. Will you still drink your tea with half a teaspoon or let the habit go? Someday you will pass me near a rainy crosswalk, holding heavy groceries, checking urgent messages, your coat smelling of lavender from someone else's house. Neither traveler speaks, turns back, or signals. Remembering we once shared brass keys inside this quiet town. I see you standing by a bright kitchen counter, laughing with somebody who fixes your broken drawer. The scars upon your knuckles won't need explaining, because he never knew the girl you were before. I won't be angry when I'm left out of the story. I try to picture how you read the paper when my face is a blur inside your head. Will you still keep the light on in the hallway or sleep in dark instead? Someday you will pass me near a rainy crosswalk, holding heavy groceries, checking urgent messages, your coat smelling of lavender from someone else's house. Neither traveler speaks, turns back, or signals. Remembering we once shared brass keys inside this quiet town. The future takes away the sharper edges, it turns a bedroom fire into harmless dust. You will be happy in a house I never walked through, and I will learn to let the silence be enough. Someday you will pass me near a rainy crosswalk, holding heavy groceries, checking urgent messages, your coat smelling of lavender from someone else's house. Neither traveler speaks, turns back, or signals. Remembering we once shared brass keys inside this quiet town. Digital 343 shifts without a sound. The future starts right now and you're still sleeping sound. Quarters in a bent bobby pin sit on the laminate wood table. I push them back and forth with my thumb, trying to keep my breathing stable. You left your coat hanging over the radiator, holding the chill from outside. I stared at my phone for 40 minutes before I decided to step back inside. We talk about the weather like strangers waiting for an overdue train. I count the tiny scratches near the coaster to distract from the sudden pain. My chest feels tight, my words come out slow and low. I knew this quiet end was coming months ago. Now the distance between us is just 2 feet from my cupboard, and I cannot find the energy to fight this cold war anymore. I packed my leather duffel bag while you washed every dish. We traded soft apologies without one parting wish. Cold overhead, lighting flickers before it dims right down. Another quiet exit while the city sleeps soundly underground. Hands turn to heavy brass, handle the step in midnight rain, leaving behind promises that brought us nothing except pain. Yeah, your tea glass leaves a circular watering on the dark wood grain. I tried to say I loved you the best way I knew how to explain. You fold your paper napkin into tiny sharp triangles in the neat line, while all our simple future plans dissolve right on the deadline. My voice sounds hollow when I tell you that you should keep the room keys. You nod and glance away like you are waiting for an early morning breeze. My chest feels tight, my words come out slow and low. I knew this quiet end was coming months ago. Now the distance between us is just 2 feet from my cupboard, and I cannot find the energy to fight this cold war anymore. I packed my leather duffel bag while you washed every dish. We traded soft apologies without one parting wish. Cold overhead, lighting flickers before it dims right down. Another quiet exit while the city sleeps soundly underground. Hands turn to heavy brass, handle the step in midnight rain, leaving behind promises that brought us nothing except pain. Maybe 6 months from tonight I will see your shadow in a deep crowd. Maybe we will pretend that our pride was never quite this loud. I line the 3/4 up in a straight row across the mark slide, the bobby pin off the edge, and step alone into the dark. The front door clicks shut behind my back, footsteps echoing down the gravel track. 3/4 and a bobby pin stay where they lay. I guess some endings happen in the middle of the day. Heavy truck tires splash through rainwater right outside this diner window pane. You have been staring at your locked phone screen, trying to pretend you feel no pain. You swirl the melting ice inside your glass and ask me where the good times went. I watch you count the empty paper cups and wonder how your youth got spent. You keep replaying every single word she said, living in a memory inside a broken head. I know it hurts to lose the one you love the most, but sitting here with me will never raise a ghost. Put down the phone and let the screen go dark tonight. She packed her bags and left before the traffic light. You gave her everything you had until your pockets bled. Now take a breath and clear the clutter from your bed. The kitchen in your flat is quiet now. Her coat is not hanging by the door. You tell me that you miss her laugh at night while staring at the hardwood floor. I put my hand upon your love. It takes a real heart to admit defeat, when love was simply not enough. You keep replaying every single word she said, living in a memory inside a broken head. I know it hurts to lose the one you love the most, but sitting here with me will never raise a ghost. Put down the phone and let the screen go dark tonight. She packed up bags and left before the traffic light. You gave her everything you had until your pockets bled. Now take a breath and clear the clutter from your bed. Brothers fall down but we pick each other up. So let me play the tab and pour another cup. Tomorrow when the winter chill begins to fade, you will respect the painful choices that you made. The street light flickers off across the street. We slowly walk out to the quiet square. You pull your collar up against the cold and finally stop looking back over there. Lavender fabric softener lingers along the hallway tile. He stands beside the elevator door, waiting for her to smile. Two boxed up shoes are resting by his feet in neat row 3. She holds the door handle tight, refusing to look up and see. The radiator clicks like a clock running out of grease. Both of them quiet, pretending this silence is a kind of peace. 5 years stripped down to a cardboard box on a Tuesday night. Neither one wants to ask who was wrong or who was right. He grabs the heavy tape and pulls it straight across the seam. They wake up cold inside a broken down, half-remembered dream. He leaves the silver latch unhooked before he turns to go. She checks her tired reflection in the hallway glass below. A yellow taxi splashes water where the sidewalk bends. That was the quiet moment where a 5-year story ends. Nobody yelled or slammed the door, they simply let it break. He keeps a spare set of house keys resting inside his coat. She reads the last unread text message he wrote. The streetlights flicker yellow over rainy asphalt black. They both know once the heavy door shuts, there is no turning back. He walks 3 blocks down to the late night corner store. She sits on the kitchen floor where he used to sit before. The rain picks up against the dirty glass window frame. Neither speaker in the car will play that old song again. A closet full of empty hanger sways in the hallway breeze. They lost the language that used to bring them to their knees. He pulls his collar up against the midnight chill. She leaves the kitchen light burning on the windowsill. 2 lives unspooling quietly without a sound or fight. He walks into the street and disappears into the night. Total quiet fills the apartment until a sudden thought breaks through. I wonder if you ever made it home past midnight. The hallway floorboards settle softly in the shade of gray. I keep my eyes fixed on the empty kitchen counter. The radiator hissed once, then felt completely cold. I traced the outline of a faded ring upon the wood. A sudden breeze shifts the curtain across the glass panel. Your ceramic plate rests untouched inside the sink tray. We traded promises that collapsed under the heavy ceiling. Now I sweep up tiny fragments of what remains. Streetlights reflecting the puddle outside my lower window. The neighbor rolls a heavy trash can down the paved lane. I abruptly remember the exact sound of your laughter. The still room shatters like thin glass in winter. Ooh. Sudden breeze shifts the curtain across the glass panel. Your ceramic plate rests untouched inside the sink drain. We traded promises that collapsed under the heavy ceiling. Now I sweep up tiny fragments of what remains. Footsteps fade along the concrete courtyard below. I put both hands inside my coat pockets for heat. We reached the end before we ever learned to slow. Now shadows stretch across this empty street. Silence returns to the hallway corner. I locked the latch twice. The apartment stays still. Where do you go when you look through the blinds like that? I watch the digital clock at 2:34 then jump back. Maybe my mind is just playing a trick on the wall, or maybe I dialed your number and forgot I made the call. The radiator clicks like a key in a rusty old lock. I wonder if leaving this city would stop the clock. My socks are still damp from the walk to the corner store. I stand in the kitchen and count every stain on the floor. You left half a box of green tea sitting high on the shelf, and I caught myself talking out loud to nobody else. I left my keys on the counter beside your spare key, then walked 4 blocks down under trees that were turning to gold. We pretended that breaking a promise was keeping us free, while the drink in my cup turned completely bitter and cold. Now I pack up my jackets before the real winter sets in, knowing we'll never return to where we used to begin. Is it normal to check if your street is still paved the same? I saw a dark sedan, turned the corner and almost called your name. The cashier asked how I was doing, and I lied with a smile, then stood by the register staring at nothing a while. My thumb keeps scrolling past pictures from 2 years ago. There's a sad song playing that I used to pretend not to know. I left my keys on the counter beside your spare key, then walked 4 blocks down under trees that were turning to gold. We pretended that breaking the promise was keeping us free, while the drink in my cup turned completely bitter and cold. Now I pack up my jackets before the real winter sets in, knowing we'll never return to where we used to begin. If I throw out this rug Will the hallway look any wider? I pull on a string on my sleeve and watch it unwind. There was never a moment where somebody chose a decider. Just two tired people running completely out of time. The hallway lamp flickers 2 times and then goes dim. I wonder if you're awake right now. We're staying with him. I dropped the paper receipt in the trash by the door. I don't think I'll ask any questions no more. Yeah, yeah. This padded kitchen stool bears every single pound you brought home tonight. You sit there, 22, and convinced you found the love of your life. You keep staring at a phone screen that stays dark on the table as younger me. Take a breath before you push yourself off that ledge. She is already planning her exit while you buy those expensive tickets. You think if you work double shifts you can fix what is fundamentally broken. In 6 short months you will clear out a side of the closet space. You will learn that a cold apartment cannot be warmed by a pretty face. She takes the dog in the coffee maker without saying one goodbye. You survive the storm even though you swear you are about to die. Put down that silver pen because those poems will not change her mind. Stop checking her location at 3 in the morning to see what you find. The jacket you gave her last Christmas is sitting inside a dumpster now. You are gonna heal from this hurt even if you do not know how. I am sitting in the future writing this on paper you will never read. You thought losing her meant losing every single thing you need, but look at me now. My shoulders are lighter and my hands are still clean. You had to get broken to become the man you were meant to be. So unbox those sneakers and turn off the porch light. Go to bed early, kid, you will be alright. Violet halogen drips down a bodega window pane. A guy in a stained coat sits 3 stools over asking why I keep staring at a black screen. I tell him she packed her bags at 6, left the brass key sitting on the toaster, and didn't even say goodbye. He nods like he knows the exact temperature of this room. Slides his untouched soda closer to my elbow and tells me love is just a habit you break slow. An elder stranger listens to my whole breakdown, leaning over scratched lemonade under soft purple light. My empty apartment waits 4 blocks away, holding every cold word she spoke before midnight, confessing my pain to someone without a name. Eases the sting of losing what used to be mine. He says he lost a good woman back in '99, chased the wrong paycheck until his house went dark. I watched the street lights flip from yellow to red, remembering how her hair smelled like sweet almond oil. He tells me the first month is always the hardest stretch, before you stop expecting the handle to turn. He nods like he knows the exact temperature of this room. Slides his untouched soda closer to my elbow, and tells me love is just a habit you break slow. An elder stranger listens to my whole breakdown, leaning over scratched laminate under soft purple light. My empty apartment waits 4 blocks away, holding every cold word she spoke before midnight, confessing my pain to someone without a name. Eases the sting of losing what used to be mine. We settled the bill and walk out to the curb together, 2 men bound by stories that ran out of road. He passed my shoulder gently before turning the corner, leaving no phone number, just a moment of grace. The purple neon flickers out into morning gray. I pull up my collar against the rising wind. A brass key is still heavy in my pocket, but the silence inside me finally softened. Yeah. Yesterday you mentioned that my jacket smelled like clothes, and how I never turned the dial up on the stove. The dented butter knife is sitting in the sink. You left 2 inches of your soda left to drink. A crumpled parking stub from June inside my shoe. I catch myself collecting tiny things of you. The key you left behind still opens up the gate. The hallway light is flickering because it's late. I count the little details that you threw away, and wonder if you meant the words you had to say. You packed the teal Supreme bowl, but left the matching tray. The yellow sticky notes you wrote are fading into gray. I found your hair clipped in the crease where cushions meet the wall, and listen to the dripping faucet echo down the hall. I realize every little thing you touched is still right here, except the person that I love for over half a year. The corner of the bathroom rug is curled up high. You always step right over it without a sigh. Your favorite minty lip balm sits beside my keys. The draft comes through the window in a sudden breeze. I see the thumbprint on the mirror by the light. It feels like you were standing here just last night. The key you left behind still opens up the gate. The hallway light is flickering because it's late. I count the little details that you threw away, and wonder if you meant the words you had to say. You packed the teal Supreme bowl, but left the matching tray. The yellow sticky notes you wrote are fading into gray. I found your hair clipped in the crease where cushions meet the wall, and listen to the dripping faucet echo down the hall. I realize every little thing you touched is still right here, except the person that I love for over half a year. A half-filled water bottle on the nightstand drawer. The black coat hanger sliding down onto the floor. You say yesterday I look at things too close. I guess I notice what I'm bound to miss the most. Every single item tells me where we went wrong. A silent witness standing while I write this song. You packed the teal ceramic bowl, but left the matching tray. The yellow sticky notes you wrote are fading into gray. I found your hair clipped in the crease where cushions meet the wall, and listen to the dripping faucet echo down the hall. I realize every little thing you touched is still right here, except the person that I love for over half a year. The clothes scent faded on the sleeve tonight. I finally turned off the hallway light. Just small observations in a vacant space, and missing every detail of your face. Frayed cashmere fibers prickle my skin when I pull this olive sweater over my head. The threads feel rougher than they did back then, when you used to curl up on my unmade bed. I close my eyes and suddenly it's November. We were laughing on the curb outside the bodega, sharing one hot tea we could barely afford. Every single seam remembers how you leaned in close, tracing patterns on my sleeve until the bus came around. I held my breath just to catch your scent before you vanished. Now I'm standing in the hall, listening to the static sound. The moment your hand slipped away at 45th Street, a cold spark shifted through the fabric of the night. I told myself that moving on was something I could handle, but every straight thread pulls me back into the street lamplight, leaving me stranded in a memory I promise to forget. Coarse fleece lining collects tiny bits of dust stored in a cardboard box behind my summer shoes. You used to complain that the zipper smelled like rust. Now I wear it just to feel the weight I used to lose. I remember the diner booth where you called it quits, your knuckles pressed hard against the red vinyl seat. The moment your hand slipped away at 45th Street, a cold spark shifted through the fabric of the night. I told myself that moving on was something I could handle, but every straight thread pulls me back into the street lamplight, leaving me stranded in a memory I promise to forget. I rewound that Tuesday night 1,000 different times, trying to find the exact second your hands went cold. Was it window rain hit the window pane in heavy slaps, or when I said nothing and let the silence turn old? I unbuttoned the collar and set it on the chair. The weave stays cold in the empty apartment air. I turn off the hallway lamp and let the darkness stay. Some threads stay twisted even when you walk away. Hey, 8:24 glows red from the microwave clock, while I let the faucet trickle in the cold sink. I count the seconds till the heating coils stop, wondering what a decade changes when we think. One day we will stand in some crowded downtown space, nodding like two strangers who just share a face. You will wear the heavy wool coat you bought last fall. I will hold a paper cup against the sharp draft. We will stand 3 feet apart against the brick wall, trying hard to remember why we used to laugh. You will ask me if I still smoke those cheap dark clothes. I will lie and say I quit the month you moved down south. We will trade small talk while the city traffic flows, filtering every honest word before it hits my mouth. Then you will check your watch and say you have to run, leaving the quiet space where everything was done. I picture your hair a little shorter than today, and the thin silver ring resting on your right hand. You will mention the dog you adopted back in May, and I will pretend that I completely understand. We will leave so much unsaid between the lines, lost inside the slow machinery of passing time. There won't be tears or screaming in that afternoon light, just two polite adults agreeing that the weather turned cold. I will watch you cross the avenue out of sight, carrying all the heavy secrets that we never told. You will ask me if I still smoke those cheap dark clothes. I will lie and say I quit the month you moved down south. We will trade small talk while the city traffic flows, filtering every honest word before it hits my mouth. Yeah. Then you will check your watch and say you have to run, leaving the quiet space where everything was done. Yeah. Hey, 24 shifts slowly to 25. I am still standing in this quiet kitchen hall, practicing the polite distance while you are still mine, before the future comes and takes away it all. A cracked green guitar pick rests beside my lukewarm glass of tap water. You used to scrape the thick, low strings until the thin plastic split right down the center. I sit in the dark and trace the sharp edge, wishing I had spoken up before you packed your bags. I count the seconds between the dripping faucet beats. My thumb keeps spinning a plastic piece of you. I try to reconstruct the way your voice hit the room before we called a quiet taxi cab at 3 in the morning. We traded promises inside a rented room that smelled like salt, and watched our shared ambition crumble into quiet personal fault. I held your leather coat while you searched for your missing keys, and now the silence in this apartment brings me to my knees. I won't call your mother just to ask if you arrived back home safe, because I know I am no longer allowed inside your sacred space. The table surface shows the dark ring stain where your iced coffee sat for 3 straight hours. You said my pride was like a heavy winter rain that washed away whatever bloomed inside our gardens. I didn't answer because I knew that you were right. I just let the heavy timber swallow up the night. The neighborhood train rattles the window frame every 20 minutes. I catch my own eyes in the dark television screen and freeze. Nobody is coming through the front door with takeout containers. I am left alone with a piece of green plastic and a heavy heart. I push the small pig to the far corner of the wood. The radiator hums a slow, steady song in the hallway. I shut my eyes and let the dark take over. Tomorrow I will clean the table clean, clean. A metal storefront shutter slams down outside, rattling the glass right where we sit. You've been staring at that half-empty cup like you're waiting for the steam to throw a fit. I brought you out to get some air tonight, 'cause 3 days in that room is way too long. You keep on swiping back to winter photographs, trying to figure where the rhythm all went wrong. You won't even try to touch your food, counting every tile along the floor. I know you think you lost your only world, but you're just standing at an open door. He took his iron keys and cleared the ledge, stepped out in the night across the sidewalk edge. You sit here counting down the words he spent and wondering where all the quiet years went. The midnight traffic hums along the street, and you will stand up tall on your own feet. The waitress brings another pot of tea, sets it down between your phone and purse. You tell me how we used to call you home and how this quiet feels like some kind of curse. I remember when you lived before his name, laughing till your side was burning hot. He was just a season in your story, not the only hero that you got. He took his iron keys and cleared the ledge, stepped out in the night across the sidewalk edge. You sit here counting down the words he spent and wondering where all the quiet years went. The midnight traffic hums along the street, and you will stand up tall on your own feet. Yeah. Pass me the sugar, let the tea cool down. We got nowhere to be till dawn shows up. I listen to you replay every fight while steam rises slowly from the cup. You aren't broken, man, you're just undone. And we are gonna fix this one by one. Leave the tip right on the wooden tabletop. Let's walk 5 blocks down to the corner store. You don't have to carry this alone tonight. We're leaving all his memory at the door. Stale menthol vapor floats inside the hallway space. He holds a heavy cardboard box against his chest. Her ghost is written in the silence of the place, where 30 different promises were put to rest. He locks the deadbolt twice and checks the silver ring, unsure of what the coming quiet hours bring. She took the yellow umbrella from beside the door, left half a bottle of foundation on the bathroom floor. He hears the rain begin to tap against the glass and wonders how much time is needed now to pass. He wipes the steam mirror with the folded paper towel and catches every shadow floating underneath his brow. The highway traffic hums beyond the gravel in the yard, while living with a memory gets brutal, cold and hard. She changed the screen code right before she packed her bag and left him with a conversation hanging on a snag. He sets a white phone charger on the laminate, then steps around the counter to the kitchen sink. He used to know the exact second she would get too exhausted by the arguments to stop and think. Now all her small routines are lingering like smoke beside his untouched coffee and a silent joke. She took the yellow umbrella from beside the door, left half a bottle of foundation on the bathroom floor. He hears the rain begin to tap against the glass and wonders how much time is needed now to pass. He wipes the steam mirror with the folded paper towel and catches every shadow floating underneath his brow. The highway traffic hums beyond the gravel in the yard, while living with a memory gets brutal, cold and hard. She changed the screen code right before she packed her bag and left him with the conversation hanging on a snag. Her train is heading north across the river bridge tonight. He watches red tail lights dissolve into the autumn rain. Two people who were careful not to trigger a fight are learning how to navigate a quiet kind of pain. He throws her dry cosmetics directly in the trash and listens to the plastic hit the bottom with the crash. He turns the hallway light off with a steady hand, accepting all the facts he couldn't understand. Her shampoo scent remains inside the terry cloth as dark night settles down to draw the quiet moth. A sudden memory cuts straight through absolute stillness. I freeze when my thumb pressed on the cold brass knob. The quiet was easy until your voice echoed in my head. You asked if I ever intended to change my ways. I leave my sneakers right beside the welcome mat. The shadow on the plaster wall stretches out alone. The digital clock shows numbers in a low blue hum. Your half-filled mug sits on the granite shelf. I trace the ceramic handle like a ghost of last night's fight. I watch red taillights disappear down the asphalt lane, leaving behind an apartment that suddenly feels twice as wide. You left your silver bracelet resting on the wooden board, and every ticking second proves that I was wrong tonight. Now darkness settles slow across this empty living room. The refrigerator hums its steady single note again. I pull a glass of water, watching air bubbles rise. Your rain jacket hung where the hallway turns to shadow. I got myself reaching out to smooth the collar down. Some habits stick around long after promises break. The digital clock shows numbers in the low blue hum. Your half-filled mug sits on a granite shelf. I trace the ceramic handle like a ghost of last night's fight. I watch your red taillights disappear down the asphalt lane, leaving behind an apartment that suddenly feels twice as wide. You left your silver bracelet resting on the wooden board, and every ticking second proves that I was wrong tonight. Now darkness settles slow across this empty living room. We traded heavy silence for a taxi cab door slam. No shouted insults, just the key dropped on the glass. I hear the distant highway traffic rolling through the dark, wondering if you reached your sister's couch by now. The brass knob turns under my palm, nothing moves inside the hall. I step into the quiet dark alone. Who taught the radiator to hum like that? I sit on the carpet with my keys in hand. Thought about calling, but the screen went dark. Dark next door barks twice, then stops. Your spare key sits inside a paper cup. I can't remember if I locked the gate. My mind drifts to the drive last June. Gas station, coffee on the dashboard edge. You said my laughter sounded different now. I never answered because the light turned green. We spent 3 winters building up a quiet house, then threw the blueprint in the trash on Tuesday night. You packed your shoes before the street lamps flickered on. I left the hallway lamp burning clear until the dawn. The air feels cold around the kitchen sink. A half-filled glass of water sits right there. I wonder if you're sleeping on your left side still, or if you changed the pillowcases yesterday. My thoughts keep turning like a broken wheel. Nothing connects the way it used to do. My mind drifts to the drive last June. Gas station, coffee on the dashboard edge. You said my laughter sounded different now. I never answered because the light turned green. We spent 3 winters building up a quiet house, then threw the blueprint in the trash on Tuesday night. You packed your shoes before the street lamps flickered on. I left the hallway lamp burning clear until silence is an empty space at all. Just every word we thought but never said out loud. I walk from room to room with nowhere left to go, watching the shadows stretch across the wooden floor. Who taught the radiator to hum like that? Still no answer in the empty hall. Just keys inside a paper cup, and a green light changing on its own.